Hi viewers and subscribers, welcome to the new video which is most awaited animation of SCON register, right? So let us proceed into the presentation. SCON Animation Video 1. It is SCON stands for Serial Communication or Serial Control Register. From textbook to textbook it will vary, or they will mention both names. Serial Communication Register is the one which I prefer. And before entering into the video, just subscribe to my channel by typing youtube.com/HANU7. There you will get my channel dashboard. From that you can open any recent video and click on the subscribe button. And coming to this slide, here we can see the timing diagram of 8051. Here the first option is shown as oscillator frequency. Let me choose pointer here first, laser pointer. This is the oscillator frequency, okay, which is giving us clock pulses P1, P2, P1, P2 like that. Okay, so from this we can calculate machine cycle of this microcontroller 8051. How we can calculate the machine cycle of one? In how many states are there in one machine cycle? Is there are 6 states are there. In each state there are 2 clock pulses are there. That is, one is P1 and other one is P2. Okay, so here you can see the P1 is starting from this place and up to here it is P1 only, and similarly P2 is starting here and up to here it is P2. So this completely is called as one state 1. State 1 is P1, P2. Similarly, state 2 is P1, P2. State 3 is P1, P2. Clock pulses, 2 clock pulses are there in each state. So these such 6 states are called as one machine cycle. And in each machine cycle, there is one more important pin in the 8051 called as address latch enable, which will be high. It is actually it is low initially, and this is the high state of the ALE which it has achieved. It will be from the middle of state 1 to from the middle of state 2. From there again it will go to logic low state. It continues up to state 4. Okay, and in the middle of the state 4 it will again go high, and from there it will continue up to the middle of the state 5, and from there it will again go down. That is state logic 0. Okay, so like that ALE will be having 2 states. How many states? How many clock logic high states are there, and how many low states are there? There are only 2 logic high states. It will be activated only 2 times. And how many states are there in each machine cycle? There are state 1 to state 6. Totally 6 states are there. In each state, how many clock pulses are there? There are 2 clock pulses, P1 and P2. Okay, so that is about the timing diagram. In detail we will learn about this in the coming classes. Now coming to the SCON, which is the total the topic of today's session. SCON, as you already know, it stands for Serial Communication Register, whose address is 0x98. This is the address of SCON. Actually, for each and every register of 8051 there are addresses in hexadecimal address. So hexadecimal address will be indicated with the help of 0x before that number. This 0x indicates hexadecimal address. Whereas in the assembly level language, .asm indicates it is an assembly language file, or .src indicates it is an assembly language file. But whereas here it is hexadecimal address, so we will write 0x before the address. 0x before the 98, which is the address of SCON. And this is called embedded C program. Actually, what is the difference between C program and embedded C program is code compatibility. What is code compatibility, sir? Again, means the program whatever we are writing for 8051 to control a printer will work only for printer, or the program which we are writing to control washing machine will work only for washing machine. But we cannot mix the both programs, right? So that is called code compatibility. So here it is 98 is the address of SCON, which is 8-bit register, and SBUF stands for serial buffer register, whose address is 99, just plus 1 of SCON. Okay, so 99 is the address of SCON register. Now let us see the flags of this SCON register. One is SN0, that is actually 7th bit. Totally there are 8 blocks, you can see here, right? 7th block is SN0, 6th block is SM1, and 5th block is SM2. These are the 3 points, these are the 3 blocks, or these are the 3 flags which we are going to discuss today. And rest of the others, REN, TB8, RB8, TI and RI, we will discuss in further classes. Okay, so now coming to this what you can say, flags of registers. If here actually it can take, each flag will take either 0 or 1. Okay, so let me write it here, otherwise it will take either 0 or 1. Okay, so instead of writing and wasting the time, we can continue with the presentation. So this SM0 can take either 0 or 1. It's a flag, right? Flag can store either only 0 and 1 binary informations. Similarly, SM1 can store either 0 or 1, and SM2 can store either 0 or 1. So here I wrote some combinations. SM0 is 0 and SM1 is 0. When SM0 is 0 and SM1 is 1, what happens? When SM0 is 1 and SM1 is 0, when both are 1, which data mode will be selected? Okay, so before learning about all of them, so let us see what is each serial data mode stands for. The first serial data mode is called serial data mode 0, when both are 0, 0. It is a shift register mode where the baud rate is calculated by using F by 12. And sir, what is the baud rate here? Baud rate is called the number of bits transmitted per second. Okay, so the number of bits transmitted per second will decide the fastness of the serial communication. How fast the serial communication will be decided by the baud rate. If the baud rate is higher, then the communication will be higher. I will also explain what is the serial data communication and what is the other data communication in the coming classes. There are actually 2 types of communication, one is serial and another one is parallel. But serial data communication is preferred over parallel data communication. So here you can see when the combination is 0 and 1, the selected data mode is 1. Serial data mode 1 is selected, which is an 8-bit UART mode. What is UART mode here? Universal Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. Okay, universal asynchronous. Then actually there is another one, USART, Universal Synchronous and Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. But our 8051 is only UART, Universal Asynchronous and Receiver Transmitter. Here the baud rate is calculated using variable method. Actually baud rate is variable here. We can choose actually exactly to be specific 11.0592 megahertz is the crystal oscillator. We are connecting it to the pins 18th and 19th of 8051 microcontroller. Okay, that I will explain in the pin diagram, don't worry. And coming to the other two modes, those two modes are 9-bit UART modes. You can see here when the combination is 1 0, when the combination is 1 here and 0 here, it is giving us mode 2, serial data mode 2, which is 9-bit UART mode, where the baud rate is calculated by using the formula f by 32, that is oscillator frequency by 32 or oscillator frequency by 64. In the first case only we will see what is oscillator frequency. If the oscillator frequency is 12, then the baud rate will be 1. Okay, if the oscillator frequency is 32 here, then the baud rate will be 1, or if the oscillator frequency is 64, then the baud rate will be 1. But we are going to connect only 11.0592 megahertz crystal oscillator. So where we will get the different types of calculation in the baud rate. That also I will explain in the coming class. Then the serial data mode 3 is also 9-bit UART mode, same like the previous mode, but the baud rate calculation is variable here, same like the serial data mode 1. Okay, I hope it is clear. So what is SM0 and SM1? They are going to decide which serial data mode we are going to use. As I told just now, it can store either 0 or 1. If both SM0 and SM1 are 0 0, then we will get serial data mode 0. Okay, and if both SM0 and SM1 are 0 and 1, we will get serial data mode 1. Okay, if SM0 and SM1 are 1 and 0 and SM0 and SM1 are 1 and 1, we will get serial data mode 3. Okay, so like that we have different data modes. Sir, what about SM2? It can take either 0 or 1 if we don't want to communicate to many microcontrollers. If we want to transmit the data from only one microcontroller to another microcontroller, then simply keep 0 there. Okay, or otherwise if you keep 1, then the mode 2 and mode 3 will be selected. Okay, because the mode 2 and mode 3 will work only in the multiprocessor communication mode. The mode 0 and mode 1 will be in single processor communication, I mean one-to-one communication. But here the last two modes are one-to-many controllers communication. The reference which I took here is the 8051 microcontroller by Kenneth J. Ayala. You can see that here. The 8051 microcontroller by Kenneth J. Ayala textbook. This is the screenshot of the textbook. Just now we have discussed about this serial data mode 0, serial data mode 1. And coming to serial data mode 2, even this also we have discussed. This is called multiprocessor communication mode. It will be set or cleared. Set means 1, cleared means 0 by the program to enable multi communications in mode 2 and mode 3 only. When set to 1, actually when SM2 is set to 1, an interrupt is generated if 9th bit of the received data is 1. The data which we are transmitting from one microcontroller will be initially buffered in TB8, and after receiving it in RB8 of the receiving side microcontroller, then if the 9th bit of such received data is 1, then here in the TB8 it will be 1 at the transmitting side, and no interrupt is generated if 9th bit is 0. If the 9th bit is 0, no interrupt will be generated. If set to 1 for mode 1 especially, if set to 1 for mode 1, no interrupt will be generated unless a valid stop bit is received. Actually there are start bit and stop bit, in which in between them we will encapsulate the data 8 bits. Like if I want to transmit 0x40, then I will write 00, I mean 00 is 0, 01 is 1, then 10 is 2, 11 is 4. No, 00 is, I mean there are actually 8 bits in the SCON, right? So we will calculate in the program, like first 4 bits we will take one binary pattern, and in the higher 4 bits we will take another binary pattern. Okay, so 2 to the power of 0 is 1, 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 to the power of 3 is 6. Like that we will get SCON is equal to 0x50 will give us serial data mode 1, and it will also enable the multiprocessor communication mode. If the SCON is only 0x40, then this is the 8th bit of SCON, right? This SM00, let me write it, let me show it. This SM0 is 0 right here, which will give us, this combination will give us 4. 00 is 0, 01 is 2 to the power of 1, 2. Okay, then 10 is 2 to the power of 0, this is 0, 2 to the power of 1 is 2. Sorry, 00 is 0, 01 is 2 to the power of 0 into 1, it will be 0. Okay, so like that some XYZ combination will give you the correct value. 01 will give us 4, and rest of the all other bits will write 0. Okay, that's why while explaining the program I will explain this point clearly. Now as of now you just remember the information, what is 00, what is 01, and what is 10, and what is 11. What is 00 will give you, it will give you mode 0, 01 will give you mode 1, and this mode 1 we will prefer in serial data communication of 8051. And SM2 is multiprocessor communication mode, which will be enabled or set to make multiprocessor communication mode in mode 2 and mode 3 only. Okay, so that is about today's presentation. Hope you understood this, and we will meet again in the next class.